Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Top Rope Tuesday right here on the MBB District. Referee Brandon Toll here. What's up, Ethan? Sound like you had a good stream there, man. Second here, we get this message off here. How we doing, everybody? Mike, welcome in. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good evening. Sorry, I'm working on something for us while I'm doing this, and it's other time zones. Everything's kind of moving. Everything's kind of moving right now. Busy week this week. Welcome in, guys. Hope everybody's had a good week. As it is Tuesday, and we're gonna fly off the top. We're gonna body slam some breaks tonight. How is everybody? How's everybody's week been so far? How are we doing as a collective? Is everybody doing okay? Let's make this. We can start off with our weekly check-in. You know, we can make it a weekly check-in and be, is everybody doing okay? Because it is mental health, it is Men's Mental Health Month here in the month of June. So, you know, it's okay not to be okay if you're not. But how is everybody? Get my notebook out. Hold on. Where is my notebook? And open. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Start taking notes. Start. Where should we begin? Gonna need a bigger notebook. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All right. Few pen refills. I've got about 3 or 4 here, you know. If I start adding at the very end, just start banging it against my head, you know, just look, bang any harder, get a little juice there. Red means green, you know. Roy Schneider voice on that line. I was thinking more of the Matthew McConaughey monologue, you know, myself. If we're gonna do it, may as well go high class with it, you know. Oh, oh man. So welcome in, Jaws fan here. You're gonna need a bigger boat. All right, fair enough. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Um, yeah, yeah. So tonight, guys, here's what we're looking at for tonight. Tonight, we've got one, we've got 5 potentially as to what we can do tonight. 5, 5, 5, like Big E, original Big E for those who are paying attention, NXT Big E. On stage is 234, which is a one hobby, one delight. Pick your team, a Bowman. 235, which is a one jumbo random team. 236 is going to be a finest one box random team. 237 is hoops, and that is a hoops two box random team across the board tonight. Just cheap out across the board. I'm working on giveaways that I will include for tonight. I'm still trying to amass a couple together. I just did a little bit of a wax deal today to kind of help that, along with some of the other stuff I'm working on. Just all this in tandem. So that is the plan for tonight. Is I'd like to clear out this stuff because Friday our hands are going to be full on Friday. I'll tell you that now. All right, let me get. All right, hey John, hey Danny. So getting stuff done, also time differences and stuff like that. Buddy of mine who's overseas was asking for a recommendation on something for he's doing, so I was messaging him on time differences. It's just a bunch of stuff right now. So Emart grabbing Seattle to put us down to 11. So yeah, more we close out tonight, the better it's going to be. So we've got our hands full starting Friday. For everyone that didn't get it, if you were a tech subscriber, you got first notification. Break Club got it as well. We're down to 7, 7, and 8 on my 3 platinum breaks for Friday. That's all the platinum I have for now. And then we're at 30 each on signature football. That's going to be Friday as well. 4 boxes a signature per break. Pick your team. And then the big one, the new release that's on Thursday, but we'll do it Friday, Cosmic WWE. So to break this down, it is 2 full cases of Cosmic. So 16 boxes of Cosmic plus 3 Chrome hobby boxes. Pick your wrestler format. So a lot of meat across the bone on that. The price on Cosmic was that good to where we're able to do a multi-case break this time around. And especially with Cosmic, and make it worth the while for everybody. So that is the layout for Friday. So we can clean out through these random teams tonight. That would be optimal. That would be the best in terms of clearing things out. Emart, how's things? So, yeah, off and running. And then I got my birthday present to myself today. So I shared it in Discord a little bit. So the European soccer, as I say, the European football clubs are announcing their preseason and their friendlies now that we're in the off season, as everything wrapped up last weekend, for all the major European tournaments and everything. So they're all making their announcements. I am going to my first live Liverpool match ever. The Sunday of nationals of the national. They are playing Leeds United in Chicago at Soldier Field. So I'm going to pop out of the national early on Sunday to go to the Liverpool match before I go home. So I got my ticket locked in today. That is my birthday present to myself this year. I won't do a meet and greet or anything at the national. I got myself a good seat behind the Liverpool defending area for that. So I am stoked about what's coming. Um, yeah. So it'll be a very cool experience. I'm excited for it because I eventually want to get over to Anfield, across the pond. That I will foresee coming eventually down the road. But having never seen the lads play live, I'm excited for it. And we'll have to pack a little extra before we head over there. We got a new manager coming in because they parted ways with Arnie Slot last Saturday. at the end of the season, to go in a different direction. And we're getting Bournemouth's old managers coming in. Um, I think the official announcement was made today that that's going to happen. So we're going to have new manager, some turnover in the club, but either way, it's going to be a full on Premier League fixture in Soldier Field. So count me up, count me in, sign me up. Let's go. Let's go. You know? So what's on everybody's? What do you want to talk about? We got what? So we're down to the Spurs and Knicks in the finals. That doesn't start till I think this weekend. I think the Stanley Cup final starts tonight. Vegas and Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that should be starting momentarily, actually. And then tomorrow night starts the finals. So we're into championship sports now. Betting line on game one of the final is got the Hurricanes as the favorite with an over under of 5.5. I'd probably smash the under on game. No, I'd take the over on game one. I'd hit the under game two, knowing the way it goes for me. So, all right. Bum bum ba da 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 dum da 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 dun dun da da dun dun da dun da da dun da 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 dun dun dun. All right. So what is on everybody's mind tonight? Talk to me. It's been at least for me a busy weekend. Finally things started calming down after being on the road, OVW TV last week. Here's a fun fact, and it's actually out publicly now, so I can share this. So, the company that I work for here in Missouri, and old school wrestling fans will understand this. If you're a new school fan, I hope you would. I hope the due diligence of the history of the business was there. But WLW, World League Wrestling here, it was Harley Race's company before up all the way up until he passed. So I worked with Harley a lot. I've been working for him on and off since like 2012. And then I've been with them pretty much full time for about the past year and a half. Um, they just landed a TV deal here in St. Louis. Finally, we're on regionally pretty much throughout the state, and a little bit into Kansas, a little bit in Arkansas, so pretty much in and around. But nailing down TV here in St. Louis was always kind of the mountain. And they announced that we have a TV deal here in St. Louis, and it is on the CW network here in St. Louis, which is KPLR. Now, the reason why I say that and that's important is because KPLR was the channel that always aired wrestling at the Chase back during the territory days. When Bob Geigel was part of the Bob Geigel territory, which included St. Louis and Kansas City. And so wrestling at the Chase was always a huge thing. So to be associated on the channel that aired wrestling at the Chase is a huge coup. Being Harley's company attached to that history is a huge deal. So for me, I'm excited because we're going to be debuting. I think it's a Saturday. It's a good time slot, Saturday at noon. Here in St. Louis. So that's exciting. We got a TV taping next weekend, I think. Yeah, next weekend. So it's a nice little old school tie-in moment for someone like me who I'm old school at heart. So that's a nice little big tie-in for me. Makes me as in my old heart makes me a fan. So what's on everybody's mind here? Talk to me. How's everybody doing? Yeah, let's go. So we're down to 10. Here, I'll do this just because I wanna rip tonight. So what is this? 234. Let me find it here. Here, I'll do this. Let's do some offers here. 10% off on 234. Let's go. I want to rip all this random team stuff tonight. So I will discount where I can. We try to keep it as cheap as we could normally. All right. Mike got Arizona and the Angels. Let me pull up offers. All right. There's the Athletics. John, you're good, bud. I'll update the shipping list here in a couple of days. Um, let you know. So for everybody looking, also spots in Cosmic WWE do include shipping. So if you want to grab a cheap spot in the Cosmic break, for those who feel inclined, that'll also close out stacks as well. I put the list in there because we sent out like normal. All right. What's up, Rizzo? How you doing, bud? Let's roll. Let me refresh this. I'm ready to just move tonight. Doing all right. Busier day today than I expected today. I expected a little bit of a down day today, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Jason, you got Boston. Take us down to 6. Busier day today than I expected, but that's okay. I'd rather get busy now. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. The Reds getting smoked again. Yep, Reds getting smoked by Kansas City again. 3-0. Good God. This team needs to get it together. Get their acts together. Let's go. Like, really? Like, you gotta be kidding me here. All right. Let's see what else is going on here in the world we can talk about. I try to write a few things down every stream, things we can talk about while we're here, while we're filling. For those wrestling movie fans, today's the 37th anniversary of the release of of No Holes Barred with Hulk Hogan in it. I got a big laugh when I saw that. I got a big laugh when I saw that. This is a 5-year-old scared the crap out of me. Now I'm like, man, this movie was so bad. It was so bad, it's almost good, for being truthfully honest. So bad. Movies in that time, like over the top, with Stallone, stuff like that. Just yeah. Name some other movies that are in that same vein. Want to hear it. Big Mac sauce coming back. Ooh, with a nuggets meal. Okay. Let's go. Guys are all quiet today. Talk to me. All right. Mm, Boom. All right. And a good day today. What do we got here? Nope, that's Jason's there. What do we got left here? Toronto. Andrew, I got you, bud. Got you on the Blue Jays. I can understand that. I can understand that. I expected May in some aspects to be a little quieter than it was, especially coming off of April. No, I did not. Over Memorial Day, I did not get to make it to that. Um, I did not make it to that because I was working here and then I left town. Offers in on the Buckos. Cool. There you go. I did not get a chance to make it to that just because of trying to get stacks out, and then I left town on that Sunday. So I did not. It's weird, man. Given my schedule, and I'll be honest, I think a lot of that also ties into the fact that I do take wrestling bookings, and so I strategically put my dates when I'm lighter. Yeah, it turns out well. It's literally 5 minutes, 6 minutes from my house. I went there last year, and it looked really good. I said I was going to go this year. It just timing wise did not work out. Otherwise, I would have gone. I've heard good things about it. It looked good last year. Yeah, it was in a good place. Like, I've been to some of the other like repetitive local shows that we have here. And that one, I mean, that one rivals the 3 day show that RBI, the shop that I'm work at, basically that they do in like April. Yeah. They do it's the St. Charles Convention Center is where they set up at. And it's a nice little area there. To be honest, it's a nice little area, nice place to have it. Um the other shows are just, the other shows like Orlando Gardens and stuff like that's just repetitive. And the big draw for that is they bring in people to sign autographs at like the Orlando Garden show that we have out here. Um, so it's kind of a draw, but yeah, it's hard to get to shows to be honest with you, just because normally Saturday mornings I'm normally sleeping because we're here late on Fridays, and then if I'm off doing a wrestling gig or whatever, and I know if I was to go, it'd probably look to buy wax, but a lot of them, at least here, not really a lot of good deals. Like, got to really work if we're trying to find a deal, to be honest with you. Um, and I'm normally better. Normally, it's almost better if I go online and get it online, but to each their own. Um, so eventually, one of these days, I will get to the point where I'll start going to more shows. I should, to be honest. Normally for me, it's if I hit the 3 day show in April, which I didn't do this year because I was in between Vegas, in between Phoenix and Vegas, and then going to West Virginia. So I didn't do that. Then for me, it's just national, like nothing till the national. Yeah, I wish I had something like that. To be honest with you, here very rarely do I find that. Um, So we don't have like we do the big 3 day show at the Machinist Hall in St. Louis County in April, and that normally is where it brings in people where there may be some good deals like that to be had. But outside of that, no, it's normally hard for me to find stuff because a lot of people here are vintage dealers, which is great if you're looking for vintage, or it's overpriced new stuff. So, what's up, Mammer? What's up, Gretchen? What's up, Matt? How we doing, guys? How we doing, everybody? So 10% off on the last four to get us rolling tonight. How we doing? Yeah, I mean, I'd have to let me write that down because if he's willing to ship and he has stuff, I'm all for hearing it because it's just gonna be stuff that we use. Make a note. Oh, here's my pen. Nice, nice, Matt. Welcome in. Yeah. Yeah, I just did one of the wax deals I did. I finished it today. Is going to be some AEW stuff. I'm going to keep some for gibbies, and then I'm going to throw some out dirt cheap for y'all. I'm going to save it for a week where we get once we get through WWE stuff. But it was too good to pass up. It definitely will work for our purposes. So we'll have that stuff eventually down the line. I don't think we'll have it anytime immediate because we got all the WWE stuff. Yeah, I'm absolutely because I'm driving up. I'm driving up to like always since it's in Chicago. I'm driving. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm actually staying within walking distance this year, so I don't have to pay to park every day. It's gonna be fun this year. It's gotten better every year. Last year I was in short driving distance. This year I'm staying right there at I'm staying right there. I'm staying within walking distance. So I don't have to pay to park this year like I did on top of paying to park at the hotel. So it saves money. Yeah, got it done quick and early. All right, four cheapies. Let's go. Yeah, National's gonna be fun this year. National's gonna be fun. Like always. We'll do some break streams from Chicago from the hotel. Like always. Not doing Breaker's Alley again this year. No need to do that. But I'm definitely going to make it a point to try to really dig into more wax this year. Um, to so we can do some stuff. I'm really going to scour this year. I got a feeling. So the majority of what I collect is either going to be either probably overpriced or in Joey Votto's case, since I PC him, Votto won't even, not many people even carry his stuff there. So that's all going to be online stuff that I got to come across if we're doing that. So that's just me. Just me one day. What's up, Casey? How you doing, bud? Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out to you guys. I saw this. This doesn't really necessarily apply to us in sports cards, but there are, and this is part of the Pokemon craze going on now, is there are some Target stores in an effort to combat flippers where they're actually cutting the seals on product after it's bought. So someone will buy it, and then before you leave the store, someone will be there and they'll break the seal on it to deter scalpers and flippers. What's your thought on that? I've seen it. It's been very divisive so far, what I've seen with it. What do you guys think? Because I've got an opinion on it. And once again, it's just my opinion. Oh, they were cutting it prior. Really? Ooh, that's an issue. Yeah, just do a limit. Just do a limit. If they're doing it beforehand, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely asinine if they're doing it beforehand. Because I mean, I think we all can agree on this one undeniable fact. We all want to know it hasn't been tampered with, and that raises that question. Um, if they're doing it afterwards, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. After they buy it, it's on them. I mean, even from the big box retailers, it's one of those things where if they want to combat it, I guess they're within their right on it. If it's gonna, my question is, does it really deter people? Deter the flippers? Let's be really honest. Does it? There are teams left here. Minnesota, St. Louis, and Texas left on this. You know, I can absolutely, LCSs are in their own realm, you know. I could see why they do it. So it was somewhere Target where an employee at Target after they bought it, or let me look. I'm going to look at this post real quick. Hold on. Store's been having an issue with scalpers. Let me look. Hold on. When are they doing it? There's a little video here. Oh no, he's doing it before he puts it on the shelf. Dude, big no. No. No, the video I'm here is seeing the Target guy stocking. He's pulling him out of the case and is literally cutting it on the bottom of the ETB and making sure it splits before setting him back down to put him on the shelf. Because there's a line of people there that are wanting to buy it. No, No. If they do it afterwards, different story. No. Here's a good response to that from what I see here. Is this, we have something new here? Yes, we do. All right, Casey, I got you. Casey taking Cardinals. Here's a good response to it. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the responses I'm seeing here are big win, that sort of thing. It's a no, it's a Target employee acting on orders from above his pay grade. So they're all going on the shelf. Andrew. So a lot of people are saying that, yeah, big win. And like in Japan, when you buy packs and stuff, they cut the packs to prevent it. But here's a good here's um here's a good way of putting it. One response says once it's cut, it's a used product or a damaged product by definition. This person that replied to this said, I'd buy it, then go to customer service and get compensated while keeping the box, sell it sealed. Target makes nothing on cards. So what's happening here is Target is cutting sales from their retail vendor and Pokemon, not themselves. And then set claims that it'll be quickly put to an end once corporate offices see the video. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem if they're doing it before they put it on the shelf because technically, I mean, I have to agree with that guy. Like, it is a damaged product. If I'm buying something that the seal's already broke, no matter when it is, I'm not paying full price for it. That's on that person for doing it. Like, you know, it's damaged by definition. So I'm not paying full price for something that's damaged. It's been tampered with. Yeah. Mike, I'm very much inclined to agree with you on that. Because part of me is like, okay, I can absolutely, and I say this as someone obviously doing what we do, but also working in an LCS. I understand the concept of people who don't like the scalpers and stuff. I totally understand it. So I try to like, I'll be honest with you. There are times where if I go out to like a Walmart or something, I see someone looking, like I'll direct them to us if they're looking for sports or looking for breaks, or I'll direct them to the shop if they're wanting sealed product because we actually have it instead of being lucky enough to time out to get there when there's a restock happening on product. Like it's a place where it's widely available, you know? Um, so I will direct people in those directions because I want to be people should be able to have access to it, and I guarantee you the people that are looking at it and giving up don't know that there's other options out there. So let's educate the hobby a little bit here, about places where you can get sealed product like that. But cutting them before you put them on the shelf to sale, no, full hard stop. Big problem. Big, big problem. Big problem. Yeah, I am not okay with that in any way, shape, or form. Nah, baby, nah. Not happening. Not happening in the slightest. Yeah, that caught me there when I saw that. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, well, if they're doing it if they're doing it after they buy it so they can't return it, like, okay, I kind of understand that, you know? Um, I can understand that, but short of that, like putting them before you put them on the shelf, that's a whole nother problem right there. And I agree with the person saying that, it's damaging merchandise. Like it absolutely is. If they make it a policy after you buy it to um to cut it, then that's on them. Mike, that's actually a pretty it's a pretty base thing to say actually. You want to knock other people, but uh then yeah, it's the old saying of what is good for me, not for thee. Where he will, you make those broad statements. People shouldn't be able to do this, shouldn't be able to do this, shouldn't be able to do this. Um, shouldn't be able to do this, but yet I can do it when something hits that to me. Like, yeah, no, Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. If you have posted regulations for it, I'm all for it. I am all for it. All for it. If you have it posted, then let's live by it, you know? But short of that, if you want to do that in an effort to combat flippers because people won't flip them with the seal broke on it, then yeah, you know what I mean? Fine. I still see limit signs when I go to like a Walmart or Target or something like that, and cool. You know what I mean? And I'll adhere to it too if I decide I want to buy something. That's becoming more and more rare nowadays, almost not happening at all. But I understand it. It's their right to do it, right? Their right to do business with it. Um, some the yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from on that, Mike. I guess the only difference, I guess for me, the only different, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you got, yeah, you have to set boundaries and actually adhere to them. You know, you have to set the boundaries and actually adhere to them. And you've got to be upfront about it. And the more upfront you are about it, yeah, it may prevent people from actually buying it, which then is what they want to do, or people to buy it that would want to flip it. Um, but at least you're honest, you're upfront about it with everybody. Andrew, that same conversation was had about sports cards in general, not just Pokemon, back during the pandemic. And I think to some extent they did it. Yeah, Tom, I think that making the delineation I do think is important. Yeah. That's kind of where I kind of land on that. Um, but I think they tried doing it and it just didn't work. And then they went back to starting to sell it in stores. Some stores didn't, some stores did. It's kind of felt like the Wild West. There's not really a across the board way to handle things. What's up, Joe? All right, 10% off these last two teams. So 27 for the Twins, 21 and 41.50 for the Rangers, and we're off and running tonight. Amateur UFC bouts of Pokemon is a sponsor. You know what, Rizzo? That doesn't sound like a far stretch right now in this society. Yeah, you think it would cater, but the bots are always watching. I mean, we deal with that on the drops, and that's why we go to EQL, and EQL is not much better. You know, EQL isn't much better. Tom, I'm gonna stay mum to that concept. Um, that would be like Andrew. That'd be like promoting bum fights, and we're not doing that. Yeah, I mean, I'm normally up at 2 a.m. That's the problem. All right, $5 off each of these last two teams, so we can rip 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you, I can't. You couldn't get me to watch slap fighting. You really couldn't. or Power Slap or whatever it's called. Like, you couldn't get me to watch it. I wouldn't under any circumstances. It's stupid. It really is. Yeah, well, it ain't his money anymore since Endeavor slash TKO owns it. So he'll do it because it ain't his money on the line anymore. What's going on, connected people? $5 off these last two teams, and then we will move on. So it's not like it was prior to UFC getting bought, where it was his act, like him and the Fertitas and like all of their combined money that was on the line. Now that it's not his, yeah, I'll promote that. Sure, why not? Not my money. Just ridiculous. At least it's At least the states that have athletic commissions. At least the states that have athletic commissions have decided to regulate it. Like that's, I mean, I guess that's the only positive thing is they're treating it in that sense as a legitimate sport in terms of health and safety, and it's not just like they're shooting it in the back alley of a par, in a parking lot or something like that. But still, you know, like I think it's a better things to do at my time than watch that. Sort cards, wax deal hunting, time with Mrs. Zebra. Like that's just without even thinking, I can come up with three things. All right, $5 off these last two teams through offers, so we can rip pretty much anything. Yeah, I am going to use a term that the kids use today to define that. We can call it brain rot. Just absolute brain rot in every sense of the word. Hey, Mart. All right, $5 off the last two, and we're going. I will come up with some extra ads for the givvies tonight, for the givvies for this week. We can close out more stuff tonight and set us up for a very good Friday. This Friday, and I was writing out the release calendar. Man, the 19th, that weekend is going to be a big weekend too. Except that Friday the 19th, I will not be streaming. We'll talk about that more next week. What's up, Pitts? How you doing, bud? All right. Let's see here. $5 off the last two. Let me grab what we need here. There. This is 234. All right. Box ready. What's up, Bicombe? How you doing? Good evening to you. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Oh, good evening to you. Hey, Phil. So $5 off the last two teams, and then we are rocking and rolling. And then I'll put up whatever is closest after that. I think it's going to be the one jumbo, and then football and basketball after that. Do this. All right. Let's Let me refresh here. Nope, no offers. All right, $5 off the last two closers. This. Hey. Right. Let's do this. All right. Who are you guys taking in the Stanley Cup final? Vegas or Carolina? Root for the refs. I mean, that may be the only sport you could essentially root for the refs and not think it's entirely rigged. Back to black and white. I mean, as a ref myself, I can appreciate that. I can very much appreciate that as a ref myself, having lived the life. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Soon may the weatherman come. Yeah, Carolina won it in like the early 2000s. So out of the two teams, they're the one that hasn't won it recently. And for me, I just like a good underdog story between you and me. Here I am, ba-na-da-na, rock you like a golden knight. Dun, 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 dun. Here I am, rock you like a golden knight. I mean, it works. I mean, it works. It's not like, like here I am, rock you like a hurricane. It's close, you know? It's close. Close. Well, thank you, Phil. The pits. Hey guys, $5 off the last two spots so we can rip. Hey, Steve. How we doing? Man, what's going on? Welcome in, y'all. Nice. How was vacation? Yes, $5 off the last two pits on stage for 234. They are open. Texas humidity. It's that dry humidity down there. Not that I feel like I've had a shower up here. No. So are you on mobile or desktop, Ryan? Huh. Okay, so what are you on currently? Which one are you on currently? Really? Because I mean, I've had offers open on it. That's weird. All right, I'll lower it for you and just change it and save it. There you go. I just changed the price for the Rangers outright. There you go. Change it to 40 so that way you can just buy like a regular spot. There you go. Use the down arrow in the top right and go to the actual listing. All right, $5 off this last team. I don't know why it doesn't pull up offers from the live stream like this. Like there should be an easier way to do it. So 27 for the Twins. And we are going. Oh, maybe it's a shop thing. I don't know. That's fine, Steve. I got you. Tapped on the listing title. Yeah. Huh. All right. So there's the other baseball. Me. So 2, 3, 4. Export. Hey. So that one, we're down to 19 on that one. One jumbo random team. Even grabbing a Houston and Platinum. Yeah. Platinum teams, I got a feeling those are going to be full before Friday at the rate we're going. Wow. Huh. All right. Let me populate this. There we go. All right. Teams are up for YouTube. So everybody see what they have, Mikey. So we're down to 19 on 235. Basically, just going to tackle these one by one tonight. Right. Here we go. How you doing, bud? I'll have more over time, Steven. Hey, look at this. Our second one. We got another snack pack. Hey, look at that. A little snack pack. Where's my snack pack? That's our second one. And in full disclosure, I've only had I got a bunch. I got some boxes on the drop, but in terms of like actual sealed cases, I've only got 2 cases of Hobby, and we pulled a snack pack out of each case. What are the odds of that? Cooper Pratt 100, Nolan McLean Sterling rookie, Chase Culpepper. Like that's just some really long odds. Dason Hill, Josh Owens, Eldridge Electric Sluggers, Refractor Encarnacion, Around Your First Mini Diamonds, Miami Marlins, Andrew Moore. We snacking. Hold on, I'm gonna send a picture of it for Discord. Oh, you can beat me to it, Phil. What's up, Pac-Man? So we got 19 left on stage, because that's a jumbo. So if we're starting off the night with this, I like it. It's a good sign. I still don't think we've even pulled the case hit in the others. All right, Steve, I got it. Thomas White under the radar. Loaded breaker boxes. Andrew Fisher. Edgar Montero, Lava to 399. 293, 399. John Athletics. I'm telling you, it's those loaded breaker boxes, man. I know, right? It's just not fair. Keaton Anthony, Ike Irish. Andrew Fisher, 100. Mizorowski Sterling rookie. Kendra Martinez. Colt Emerson, X-Fractor. Seattle, Emart. Rigged. Even if it does go our way, rigged. Still rigged. What's up, D-Packer? McCutcheon, paper to 499. 359 to 499. Pittsburgh. Rizzo. Jared Jones. Rainiel. Especially if it goes our way. That's right. Cags Electric Sluggers. Arroyo. Frobos. Tommy Troy, 100. Bullard. Hector Ramos. Schleter under the radar. Kate Anderson. Thomas White. What's the halfway point? Especially if it goes our way. Want to get a post out with this real quick? What's up, Pinkston? Yeah. Joe, is it that bad? Watch this. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. We're going to go snack pack in here in a minute. Wanted to get that post out real quick. What's up, Jay? So we got 19 left in the Bowman Jumbo. One Jumbo random team. Cunha, Power Chords, Nelly Taylor, Rumfield, Rumham. Rodriguez Cruz 100, J-Rod Sterling, McGonigal, Max Clark, Reptilian, Detroit, Emert. Harry Ford, Red Rookie, Washington. Perez, Ethan Holiday. Lindor, Electric Slugger, Soja Moon, Tess. Brito 100, Ebergen, Walcott. So our stack here is going to have the auto. Okay. Really? Judge, Power Chords, Crawford 100, Noth, Net. Emerson, Lacombe. We got another Reptilian. Bazana Reptilian. Cleveland. Outling. Now the question is this snack pack going to beat the last one? Beat the first one? I don't know. What do we got here? Wahiwa Aloy. First Speckle Auto to 299. 244 of 299. Baltimore. Phil. Quintana, Jamie Arnold, Andrew Tess, first paper to 499, 458 to 499. Hey now. Sorota 100, Kags, Bowman, Sterling, Chorio, Aranya. Hayden Toll, Red Rookie, Boston, Jason Pfeiffer, Hartman, Killeen. Is it on that? All right. Hold on. Sure it goes here. All right. It is snack pack time. Snackies. Bring me my snack pack. Just give me my snack pack. All right. First up. Well, there's our auto. Yojansel Cabrera, Bubblegum. First auto to 5. 1 of 5. Angels, Mike Jones. Well done, Mike. Nice. Great start. So second, Wyatt Sanford. First Sunflower Seeds. Pittsburgh. Rizzo. No gum stains. Number 3, Charles Davalon. Peanuts. Dodgers. Jason Gilliam. And then lastly, to round out the snack pack, DeVries Popcorn, Athletics, John Key. Good snack pack. Very nice. All right, we still got this. They're normally all numbered to 5 out of a snack pack. All right, 19 left in the next Bowman. Let's go. We got momentum tonight. Bills in. Ava Arquette first to 99, 67 to 99. Green Geometric, Miami, Andrew Moore. Daniel Dickinson first to 150. Blue Geometric, 118 to 150. Milwaukee, Matt Hilker. Christopher Polanco to 125, 13 to 125. Toronto, Andrew Moore. Hagen Smith, 100. On. Well, these in here. Aranya, Celestin. Luis Aranya first to 250. Geometric, 46 to 250. Miami again. Andrew Moore. Alex Freeland. Red rookie, Dodgers. Carlos Gutierrez, first base auto, San Francisco. Jacob Houtling. James Quiniron, first true blue auto to 150, 21 to 150, Tampa. Andrew Meyer. Round out. The snack pack overrides that. But yeah, good break thrown in the snack pack on top of it. Hold on. Last thing I need to do, need to mag the snack pack, mag the auto. Here, real quick, Mike, before I put it in the mag. Let me tuck my thumb out. Let me know when you're good. Cool. You're welcome. All right, we're down to 18. Let's go. We can do this. Let's recap. Test to 499 paper, Bazana Reptilian, Max Clark Reptilian, McCutcheon to 499, Emerson X Fractor, Montero to 399, Aranya Mini Diamonds, Aloy Speckle Auto to 299, Polanco to 125, Daniel Dickinson to 150, Arquette to 99, Quinn Irons Auto to 150, Gutierrez Auto, Aranya to 250, Wyatt Sanford, Sunflower Seeds, Davalon Peanuts, DeVries Popcorn, and a Jansel Cabrera first bubblegum auto to 5, 1 of 5. To round out the 1 and 1. I like it. I like it. As Ric Flair would say in his crazed mind, I like it. All right, so we're at 18. I'll drop it down to 24. Let's go. I want to rip tonight. Yes, Phil. Correctamundo. Correctamundo. Well, these for sorting, so I'll do that tonight. All right, let's go. 18 left. We've got Mr. Momentum on our side tonight. Wow, Hurricanes scored 25 seconds in. Huh. Bye, buddy, buddy. Who may the weatherman come? Let's do it. So the Canes score early in game one. That was like 45 minutes ago, though. So that was like right out. Yeah, it was right after the puck dropped. Vegas gets it back. Hey, Mike. Have you guys seen snack packs without autos this year in Bowman? I remember maybe it was a draft or something that we had one that I didn't get that there wasn't an auto in it. It was four, just didn't have an auto. 2023 taco fractors, that would be fun. That would be fun if they threw in taco fractors. Right. Let's go this here. All right. I can type. I see that at least once every stream. What, like a giveaway for like a bottle of bourbon? Is that what you're trying to is that what you're trying is that what you're saying? Like a full bottle of bourbon? I mean, bourbon's cheap enough as it is. Unless you're throwing in like a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle or something like that. I don't know if that's gonna get me to rip more. I can get a bottle of good bourbon for like $12. You know? I mean, yeah, in theory. Go for the big stuff. I mean, they were willing to put in a graded Mantle rookie. Why not at this point? Like, throw in a multi-thousand-dollar bottle of bourbon, you know? We're gonna go old school. Oh, oh, you're just mm, yeah. Yes, please. What's up, Garrett? Oh, I'd be bringing that up frequently. Doing good. We just pulled a snack pack out of the last Bowman break, out of the 1-in-1 we did, Garrett, with another auto. Yeah, it's our second one, and that's only our second case. All right, Phil, we're coming over. I like it. It's good. It's more hot stuff for everybody, not just me. I'm just the deliverer of it. You guys are the ones that end up with it. You guys are just the ones that end up with it. That doesn't matter. Right. Yeah, I mean, we can take it off your hands so you don't have to suffer. Like, I would absolutely be up for that. Like, I will gladly do that. Like, very willingly, I might add. Uh, All right, 18 up here on Bowman 1 Jumbo. So, just going to pick right off the top. There we go. Rizzo's in. Let's go. Throwing some Yankees cards. Yeah. uh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. I like it. Would they be good Yankees cards though, Tom? He marked in to get us to 17. Fair. Fair. Now define good ones. Good ones as in players or condition? Good condition. So are you gonna give Phil ones that look like they've been through like the spokes of a bike for 5 years? Oh, guys that never got past double A. Oh, I would love to see that list. I would love to see that. Now, the only fair thing is they have to be all like first Bowmans, though. All first Bowmans, just guys that never made it past double A. Really? So I'm going to ask, why do you have that list? What purpose do you have that list? Okay, fair enough. That I can get behind. Yeah. Wonders of Claude. I have Chat GPT, so I don't have Claude. I have Chat GPT. Vegas up 3-2. Ugh. So it's 5.5 for the over under. So I need one more goal to get us to the over. Yeah, I don't use Claude. 3 goals and 8 shots. Good Lord. I remember from when the Blues played in the final, game one was a high scoring game. And then it settled down and game two was like 1-0. So I said at the beginning of the stream, if I was gonna bet, I'd bet the over on goals tonight and bet the under in game two. Because then that over under will probably get jacked up even higher. Hmm. All right, we're halfway. 15. Let's go. All right, I'll do this tonight too. If we clear through football and basketball tonight, we'll do a 20 spot break with a perfect game box tonight too, as a givey. But we got to clear through this basketball and football tonight. You know what? Hold on. I'll do one better. I'll do one better. I'll do that, and then the top spot in the random will get their own box. I'll put it in your stack to rip for you to rip when you get it. If we clear through, uh, if we get through football, basketball, and the jumbo here tonight. That is the incentive tonight. That is the incentive. Let's go. See what's going on here. All right, let's go Reds. They got to wake back up. Had a good weekend and then just got absolutely mauled yesterday by Kansas City. Yeah, the White Sox are gaining some steam. But the Reds, they lost Ellie after Sunday. So I figured there was going to be a letdown because of it. Who are these White Sox that you speak of? We need to know of what you speak about. 4A team? High school? High school team? Is that what we're talking about here? And 3A not good enough for the majors. Okay. Currently the better Chicago team. Yeah. Just need like we could do the division. We could win the division. We could win the division. They don't want to. I think their website's just overrun right now, Steven, which I need to look. Let me see. I'm going to try it because one of mine entered, I think, grading today. Let me see. Let's see what happens to me here. Well, that popped up relatively fast, at least. I'm assuming their website's just getting inundated because people were trying to get stuff in before the cutoff. That's just me. Lower. Probably because I mean, my gut tells me it's probably because they're redirecting, probably redirecting some of the bandwidth into the actual submissions portion. I mean, it's the only thing I could think of. It's the only thing I could think of. All right. Got 14 left. Let's see here. Let's score. We still 3-2. All right. Drop it one more time here to 23 for this Bowman Jumbo. 14 left. What's the score? 3-2. We're in the second period. Okay. Barbashev, former St. Louis Blue. Bill's in. Bill's in down to 12. Let's go. Giveaways abound. Should we fill everything tonight? Okay. Wish I could turn on game. I can't. Can't. Tie game. I really can I put it on? Let me see. Let me see if this works. Hold on. See if this works. Live. Nope. Reboot my phone. Let's see if it works this way. Try it this way. See what happens. So I'm definitely gonna try to tune in to the NBA final tomorrow. Part of me still wants to take the Knicks, to be honest. I'm not going to talk about time off being a disadvantage or anything, but um, given I said that before the conference final, the Knicks smoked and steamrolled and swept. Towns, okay, I think that'd be a little fun. I may do that myself. May do that myself. I definitely would like to see uh definitely would like to see Skycast. Take that. I definitely would like to see the Knicks because if the Knicks do it, I think Giannis goes to the Knicks in this offseason. Right. Oh, please, God, no. No to OKC, no to Miami. I don't want either one. Much as I dislike it, I'd be okay with them going to Golden State over that. That I would be okay with. Here's the thing is Oklahoma City's already going to be a second apron team. They can't afford him. Even with the salary difference, Chet to Giannis, they still can't afford it. Because Giannis, I mean, we go back to it. Giannis isn't going to take less money, so he's going to be between 55 and 60 million a year. I generally don't think they can afford the salary on him for that. Hey Justin, what's going on, bud? Hey Danny. I don't know if that's happening either. What's up, MTO Reed? Danny's in. Bertman's in. Hey, Jay. Yeah. I am in limited under the limited circumstances. What's up, Furman? How you doing, bud? Justin's in. We're down to 8. So give 21 giveaways tonight. Should we fill this and then the cheap football and the cheap basketball? Snack pack. Snack pack. 2 and 2 cases, Furman. What are the literal odds of that happening? Pulling 2 and 2 cases. McGee's closing us out. All right, next up. Football. 28 left. Just a one hobby of finest. Oh, grab a finest spot, Jay. 235. Two, two. Because I'm about to get creative for something for baseball for Friday. At this rate, we're gonna sell out. Uh, we're gonna sell out of Chrome Platinum. Those are gonna be full before Friday. The rate we're going. All right. Sec. Get the rest of these pulled over. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, let's do some randomizing here. Let's do it. Here we go. Six times. Eight times. All right, here we go. McGee with Arizona, Jason Gilliam, Athletics, Steve, Braves, Andrew Moore, Orioles, Emart, Boston, Rizzo, Cubs, Bill Drake, White Sox, Chris Nelson, Reds, Phil, Cleveland, McGee, Rockies, Andrew Moore, Tigers, Rizzo, Astros, McGee, Royals, Andrew Meyer, Angels, Rizzo, Dodgers, Bill Drake, Marlins, Andrew Meyer, Brewers, Jason Pfeiffer, Twins, Furtman, Mets, Andrew Meyer, Yankees, Emart, Phillies, McGee, Pirates, Padres, Chris Nelson, Giants, Danny, Seattle, McGee, Cardinals, Howling, Tampa, Justin Bellardo, Texas, McGee, Toronto, Bertman, Washington. Reds for Royals. So Chris Nelson over on the YouTube. Or Giants for Royals. Okay, Guardians are looking if anyone's available. Hey, Rangers are available if anybody wants them. Okay. Emart Rockies for Phillies. 3-3 Vegas, Carolina with a minute 45 left in regulation. Justin Metzger-Nats for the Rangers. Mets for Rangers confirmed. Done and done. Braves for Mariners. So Seattle is Danny. Rockies, Phillies confirmed. All right, done and done. Any others? Braves and Mariners. So Mariners is Danny. Is Danny here? Danny, you here? Giants and Reds are available for trade if anybody wants them. I'm telling you, if you guys are sleeping on the Reds, Sal Stewart's got stuff. Sal Stewart's autos are doing very good money right now. Like, I think people are sleeping on it. I didn't see. How did he do, Mikey? One hit, okay. I mean, given right now we're missing Ellie, like other things, like honestly, we need the fielding, but I think moreover, we just need good pitching right now. We can't get good pitching. We're SOL. Just we could start pitching. Just everybody's hurt. We don't have a dedicated closer anymore. It's just it's one. It just seems to be one thing after another. All right, last call. Going once. Going twice. Trade window closed. All right, let me grab one thing. YouTube list is up. Nice. You got to love that. Yeah, we know he was tearing the cover off the ball. 3-3 at the end of the second period. All right. No, he was tearing the cover off the ball in AAA. All right, let's go. Let's see what we can do here, y'all. All right, we're down to 28 on football. So for the giveaways tonight, we got to fill football and basketball. So let's go. Got to fill football and basketball for the giveaways. Nice. No snack pack. Yeah, I know, right? No snack pack. What? J-Rod Sterling, Caglione Electric Sluggers. That's a good start. Kova, Arias, Florentino, Hector Ramos. The Reds walked it off. All right. Merrick Houston 100. Vlad Jr. Power Chords. They are hobby only, yes. Correct, Pinkston. You are right on that. Gabriel Rodriguez, Daniel Pierce, Lalane, Gonzalez, Rumfield. You are absolutely correct in that. Mil Morales 100. What we got here? Speckle feels like it's in the auto spot. Yep. No, it's a Quinn Irons kind of night. James Quinn Irons, first Speckle auto to 299, 286 299. Tampa Howling. Auto number uno. Aloy under the radar. Sungjin Kim, Connor Griffin, Gage Jump, Owens. McGonigal to 250, 226 to 250. Detroit, Andrew Moore. Ike Irish 100. Witt Power Chords. Ethan Holiday Electric Sluggers. Wheeler, Gage Jump, Nimala. Feels like you see more of the bigger names in Jumbo this year. Cooper Pratt 100. You're seeing more of the bigger names in Jumbo. I say that knowing full well that we also pulled a Florentino auto from Hobby. I pulled multiple. I pulled Ethan Holiday autos from Hobby too this year. Maybe I'm just jaded on that one. Carson Williams, Bowman Sterling, Keaton Anthony, Fisher, Ebergen, Sunjin Moon, Gavin Killeen. Maybe it's just a base thing where you're not seeing as much of the base of the big guys. Quintero 100, seeing a base of the big guys in Hobby. Now that the card, South Stewart under the radar, Ellie Electric Sluggers, Tess, Perez, McGonigal, Bazana, Jamie Arnold. Got that purple color match. I like it. Arias 100. I think that I haven't bought red spots in a baseball break in forever, and I think that may change on the 2020 these 2026 products. I may start chasing Sal Stewart. He's still playing really well. 2 months in, I may start chasing his stuff and products this year. Kyle Teal, red rookie, White Sox. Victor Figueroa, first auto to 125, 301.25, Baltimore, Angel Moore. Yeah, Weather Holt in Series 2. I'm gonna have a little bit of Series 2, not a lot. Shohei Power Chords. Clean, Kendry, Jared Jones, Hartman, Braden Nett. I don't know if I'll chase him in Series 2, Pinkston. I'll probably chase him starting in like Tribute. Ethan Holiday 100. Tribute and then Chrome. Roman Anthony Bowman Sterling, rookie. Eldridge Electric Sluggers, rookie. Chorio, Aranya, Quintana, Lacombe, and Wihiwa Aloy. Then DeVries 100. Yeah, I won't chase him in Series 2. I'll save it. I'll save it and go for the bigger products. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Weatherholt's like the guy for Series 2, if I'm not mistaken. Eldridge. Florentino under the radar. Noth, Arroyo, Frabose, Rainiel, Quinn Irons to 499, 402 of 499. Oh, really? Wow. That's weird. So I'm assuming then he'll be an update then. Speak of. Florentino to 399, 264, 399, Pittsburgh, McGee. Really? I'm assuming Sal Stewart's in there, Furtman, yeah? Carmelo, I still think I should wait till like Tribute and go after like Tribute or something like that. Hey, Wit, gold scoreboard paper to 50, 2 of 50, KC, McGee. Followed by a Caglione power cord. Cunha Sluggers, Nelly Taylor, Cade, Thomas White, Bullard, Ike Irish. And Dakota Jordan 100. All right, last 2 packs. 28 in football, guys. Football and basketball, we got to go through for the givvies. For the givvies. Gage Stanifer, first base auto, Toronto, McGee. Mizorowski, Bowman Sterling, Encarnacion, Jason Mitchell, Dason Hill, Vera Honda, Walcott. Andrew Salas, 100. Asalo, red rookie. Waldschmidt, under the radar. Lindor, Electric Sluggers. Hageman, Weatherholt, Pena, Urbina, and Holiday. And a Caminetti 100. Round out the box. So recap. Witt, paper scoreboard to 50 gold. Quinn Irons to 499. Florentino to 399. McGonigal to 250. Stanford first auto. Figueroa first auto to 125. Quinn Irons first auto to 299. No, we're not going tarps off. We are most definitely not going tarps off, Jay. Oh, my Lord. That was an overshare, Jay. That was a very unnecessary overshare. A very unnecessary overshare. Now that I'm not doing, because I don't want my response to be my response of sheer disgust to be posted to be shared on the internet. That's just immediately click, delete. So the Reds did walk it off. Is that what I heard? The Reds walked it off. I love it. Blake Dunn. Nice single there. Literally came up right here. Yeah. The more they can win with Ellie on the DL, we'll take it. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. Minimum a couple weeks. And I mean minimum. Yeah. Which means I wouldn't expect to see Ellie back until after the All-Star break. Which means if we can get Ellie back after the All-Star break and then we get Hunter Green back after the All-Star break, it would be nice to tackle the dog days of August with it would be nice to tackle the dog days of August with um with both of them at a minimum. Because we are hurting big time right now. At least it would keep us in the fight for maybe a wild card spot if we're not too far back. I don't think we're too far back in the division right now either, but I think the wild card is probably the more likely option, for being honest. All right, we'll give it another few minutes here. If we don't make any headway on football or basketball, then we'll set all those for Friday. No, it's just they're not going to trade either one of them. Just get both of them back off the DL. So maybe we can make a run for make a run for a playoff spot of some sort. As long as we can stay competitive and stay close. Because they're still close right now. Yeah. Yeah, as long as we can stay close, like that's all I'm asking for. Give it, make it close. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you're right on that all the way. What's up, Emart? You're watching it reluctantly? Well, yeah, now that the abs are gone. Yeah. I mean, the Reds right now, see where the Reds are right now. I don't think they're too far back. Louder progressing in a rehab start. That's good. Rehab start in Louisville. 70 pitch rehab start. Man, we can get him back too. That would be nice. That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. So standings wise, the Reds are, let's see. Where is the standings at? Oh wow, we're dead last right now. We're 2 games above 500, but we're only 6.5 games out of first place. Like, it's not that bad. Like, the West, the Rockies in the West are 15.5 back. The Mets are 14.5 back. And the Reds are only 6.5 back. So it's not bad. But the Braves are smoking everyone, man. 41-20. Good Lord. Nobody's even close to that. Tampa Bay leading the East. What? Okay. That's wild to see in its own right. Thanks. Tomorrow, Cosmic W. No, Wednesday. Nothing. I don't know if I don't know if hockey is or anything, but for me at least, it's nothing until Thursday, Friday. Cosmic on Thursday, Chrome Platinum on Friday, Signature Class Football on Friday, and then I'll have personals only of this Leaf Metal Hockey. 2026 Leaf Metal Hockey. I'll have personals posted probably tomorrow for that. To rip. But that is it as far as it knows for me. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it tonight. We'll push all the rest of this to Friday. So Friday's shaping up to be a big night. We're down to six teams left across the board in each of the 3 Chrome Platinum breaks. And then got some work to do on football and wrestling but that's going to be kind of the tune for Friday. So I'll work up some giveaways for Friday to go through everything if we can clear through football and all of this for Friday, guys. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Fun tonight. Another snack pack. I love it. See you guys Friday night for Friday Night Zebra Breaks, round 3rd, and heading for home. Enjoy the rest of the evening, everybody. See ya.